It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the London Black Knights. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Oh, he's going to take a shot. He's got him in. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Wentz's pass. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now Haskins on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, It's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Into the red zone. Wentz. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try to run with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Haskins. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Hunt. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Haskins to throw it. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll run with Hunt. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Is a turnover on downs.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. 16 yards right off the bat for a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll let it go deep for Foster. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Sanders. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a second and 13. Shotgun now for Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
9-yard line.
Now a play fake. Wentz flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you, too.
And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Trying the toss play to Love. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Haskins going to try and run. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, it's Wentz. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st down, Eagles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz. And he's going to have the connection with Foster. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. in front, Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders as the first half is winding down, and the Eagles add on to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 29 yards there. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Don't stop that motor.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Hunt. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. That's complete to Moss out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
But maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On third down, here's Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
Down and goal to go.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Eagles' 1-yard line.
Gonna give it to Love, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Another run here with Sanders. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And here's Foster. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He'll fire it deep for Rager. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Rager with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out. The end zone, not a good one.
10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, it's Love. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Haskins will throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top. 31 yards.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Haskins to throw. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And it takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 27. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st down, it's Haskins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is Hunt. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From midfield now, Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. But how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was third down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
49. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
With a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Love. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
The ball carrier.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. There. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Now a carry for Sanders. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was taken down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
52.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.